So I'm 100% Filipino, and I was born in America, so I'm a fully fledged American citizen, and I was able to experience America as a child, and this will become more important later. But living up in America as a child, especially in a suburban region, is like, you know, every night everyone's walking around. It's like, hey, hey, what's going on? It's like everyone knows who everyone is. You could trust your neighbors. I can go out, stay at night at my neighbor's house, and there'd be no pressure. The streets are clean. There's restaurants available. Everything is just organized and nice. And like that was my childhood. Uh, my parents, of course, kept me like into the Filipino culture, like cooking us Filipino food, teaching us the language of the Philippines, Tagalog, and doing our religion from the Philippines, which is Catholic. And yeah, they kept us in the loop, but we were still enjoying the luxuries of suburban America, without a doubt. And as an 8-year-old in my head, I thought, hey, like, if we live like this, everyone lives like this, right? Because, like, there's no way, like we can live in such a nice place and everyone, like, and no one else gets to experience this. And that's was really what my thought was when we were going to leave for the Philippines for the first time. And I got to visit where my parents were from for the first time. And just that naive thinking is what makes this memory so important, and I feel like it's important to tell, especially to the younger audience that is able to grow up in like suburban America like we are now, with the luxuries of suburban America. Because when we went over to the Philippines, it was a cultural shock, without a doubt. The When we went to stay at our cousin's place in the Philippines, it went from staying out at night, talking to your neighbors, sleeping over at your neighbor's house, to lock up because it's dangerous out there at night, or watch out on the roads because the roads are broken and like it's very easy to get into another accident, or watch out, you can't go out too much, it's dangerous, the drug dealing, everything. And for an 8-year-old, I assumed that, hey, if we live in suburban America, it's like everywhere else. It's a shock, and it's always good to keep in mind that I'm only 8 in here, and I was really naive. So living in the Philippines for 3 months was like, I felt like it was a whole new world, something I've never experienced. And I thought I was gonna be able to. I thought when I got there, I was like, suburban America. I'm just be doing my own thing, like I used to do in America. But when I got to the Philippines, yeah, it was hard. It was definitely hard, and I couldn't believe my parents grew up in something like that. And that trip made me less naive, without a doubt. That's why this story is pretty important, especially to a young person that gets the luxuries of life, of living in America. Stable house, stable income, basic remedies like AC, lock, like alarm systems. Like, it's hard for someone that grew up in a suburban area to understand how like some people can live less in a less like a developed place, but it's doable. And I think this story is pretty important because it's dangerous for an 8-year-old to be naive like that, and to get into thinking like, hey, not everyone can live like us. Like not everyone is like has the ability to live like us. So keep that in mind. That's why I feel like this story is pretty important, because you never know. It's important never to be naive about how the world works. And yeah, that was my story.